E aí, meus clubes, tudo bem com vocês? Cláudio Saronaro. Pessoal, hoje eu vim mostrar aqui o novo trailer que lançou agora, que o meu amigo Darly Pierre me mostrou o vídeo. Eu nem me lembrava que ia sair o novo trailer agora. E por que eu entendi aqui, pessoal, tem duas coisas aqui muito importantes desse trailer. Primeiro, o lançamento do Ark Edition vai ficar nas vésperas de Natal, dia 24, que o rapaz aqui falou, o criador lá do jogo. Dia 24 de dezembro vai lançar. A segunda coisa que eu prestei atenção aqui, eu tentei legendar aqui também, né, pessoal? Vocês vão ver na legenda. A segunda coisa que eu prestei atenção foi que também vai ser adaptado para aqueles controles via Bluetooth, para tu jogar com o celular e com um controlezinho via Bluetooth no novo Ark Edition, né? Isso é top. Tô doido para me comprar um controlezinho daquele pra testar. E fora isso, foi o que mais? A ilha vai ser gratuita. Aí também, o nosso jogo aqui que a gente joga é a ilha, pessoal. Aí tem o Gentes 1, o Gentes 2, o Gentes 3 e o Trambay A4. Essas novas áreas aí vão ser pagas. A gente vai ter que comprar separadamente. Aí eu nem sei se vai dar pra comprar, tipo assim, Gentes 1 e Gentes 2 junto, porque eu acho que vai ficar muito pesado pra um celularzinho aguentar, viu? Ou talvez a gente jogue a ilha, termine a ilha, apague a ilha e compre Gentes em um. E assim, né? Vocês estão entendendo? Continuando desse naipe assim pra ver se o negócio vai aguentar o celular. Isso foi muito top, pessoal. Tá aqui o vídeo, vocês podem acompanhar toda a história aqui que eles estão falando. O gráfico tá bonito, tá parecendo console. Praticamente é um console adaptado para mobile. Agora vamos torcer aí para o celular da galera aguentar. E o meu também, né? Vou ver aqui que o meu vai aguentar. Mas resumindo, dia 24 vai lançar. A ilha vai ser gratuita. As outras extensões vão ser pagas, mas ele não falou o valor. O valor vamos saber depois. Vai ter o modo single play e o modo multiplayer também, que é o servidor da galera, vai ter tudo. E vamos só aguardar pro dia 24 de dezembro, pessoal. Então é isso, fica aí com o vídeo, tamo junto, amanhã tem vídeo de masmorra, pessoal. Tamo junto, é nóis, já se inscreve no canal e deixe seu like se você gostou.
Like I said, it's a free-to-play game. You can download it, you can have pretty much the full entire island experience without ever spending a dime if you so choose. You can do the boss fights, you can transfer to other servers, you can do cave runs, you can do all that. You'll never have to spend a dime. We're going to have the expansion maps. Those will be available for purchase individually. So Aberration, Extinction, Gen 1, Gen 2, Scorch, those are all going to be individual purchases if you would like to play on those maps. But beyond that, we're also offering a subscription this time around as well. So similar to Primal Pass in the last title, we've got something called Arc Pass. And Arc Pass is going to give you access to all the maps that are released at that point. And it's also going to give you access to God Console for single player and other perks like bonus XP and a monthly drop of some free keys, which I'll get to in a minute here. So that's really going to be a great value for you if you want to just pick up that pass while you're actively playing Ark. That's going to give you pretty much everything that you need to fully enjoy everything that the game has to offer. Like I said, though, if you're free to play, all the content is still there. We don't have things like dinos or anything locked behind a paywall. Players are going to be able to use our in-game currency. That's called keys. And really what this is set up for is just to kind of make the game more convenient for you, especially because we're dealing with mobile audiences. You don't necessarily have as much free time on your hands. So the keys are going to be used to do things like decrease certain timers, like, you know, less time to tame a creature, or other things like a temporary weight buff. Stuff like that is how the keys are used. And these keys, all players can get a couple for free every day, so you'll have access to get keys for free. And then, of course, you can purchase packs of them if you so desire, just like any other in-game currency. Again, very comparable to what we were doing with Ancient Amber in the previous segment. Again, really just want to hammer home, all of our implementation of the keys is on these convenience timers and things like that that I just touched on. We're not selling creatures or weapons or maps for keys. That's not a thing. So let's keep going here. We've also got God Console making its comeback for single player this time around. So if you're familiar with God Console from the last Arc Mobile title, it's going to be comparable to that, except this time around we've added console command access to it. So what God Console is it's an interface you can use in single player only. This is not for use on official servers. And what this does is it's an interface that gives you easy access to spawning in resources, a lot of the common cheats that you'll use frequently, like level up target or things like that. And so it's an interface that swipes in from the side of the screen to give you easy access to that stuff. And then if you want to go in the full breadth of console commands and everything that Arc has to offer, there's now just a straight up console command input box in that interface for you to use. So yeah, one sec here. Let me. So over here on screen, as you're seeing, Daniel and Nat here are about to go to a boss fight on the island. As you know, boss fights, we did not have the traditional boss fights in the last Arc Mobile title. This time around, you're getting the full suite of boss fights again. It's just like the normal console experience. You got Broodmother, you got Gorilla Boss, you got the Dragon. Yeah, and so like I said, full Arc experience. This is not hindered in any way. We didn't cut any content this time around. And some things that we've got a little extra is voice chat support. We didn't have that in the last Arc Mobile title, but we've got full voice chat support working this time around. We've also got full controller support. So here I've actually got my setup that I like doing around the office with Xbox controller, a little stand, and then this is a Pixel 8a that runs the game great. But yeah, we've got full controller support. We can use just about any Bluetooth controller with standard inputs, should work fine. And then we've also done the virtual cursor implementation. So if you've played our version of Arc on Switch, or if you've played Survival Ascended on PS5 or Series X, or even PC with a controller connected, you'll know that you can use one of the joysticks to navigate a virtual cursor around the screen when you're managing your inventory and stuff like that. And we've brought that over to this version as well, if you're using a controller with the game. Obviously, if you don't have a controller pad, you're just using touch, then that's irrelevant. Some other things we've done is we brought over some of the cryopod balance changes from ASA into our port here. We liked what some of those changes were. They seemed like a good thing for the PvP community, so we brought those changes over. And then we also may have a fun surprise or two in there for fans of the old Arc Mobile game who did like some of the unique things we did in there. We're going to try and get some fun stuff going in the new title, but I don't want to spoil anything just yet. How's that boss fight going, guys?
Doing pretty good. Also,